This is Zetsui coming at you with my Aqua Tetra-Drive Dragon deck profile. So my starter is Eric. He's the grade 3 searcher. He helps you get your Break Ride or Tetra-Drive if you're missing him, or Diamantes if you need him. So I run 3 Tetra-Drive. If you don't know, he's the main boss card in this deck. If you know his effect is Limit Break 4. At the end of the battle, that this unit attacked the Vanguard, and if it was the second battle that turn, this unit gets auto Counterblast 2 and choose 2 Aqua Force from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle that your rearguard attacked a Vanguard, if it is the 4th battle of that turn, you may pay the cost if you do stand this unit, and also discard another effect, Counterblast 1, this card gains plus 2,000. So he's really good at rushing your opponent and doing big damage. But he is really limited because you have to attack second to get Limit Break active. Then hopefully you don't check a heal trigger, and then you go back to 3 damage, so you can't go Limit Break. Then you have to hit 4. Get the regard to hit attack for the 4th time in the battle phase to restand him, and you have to restand him on the 4th. If you forget, you can't stand him after that. And then he's also got the Counterblast 1 to help with hitting crossroads, and because Aqua Force doesn't really hit big numbers. Then 3 of the Break Ride, Blue Fight. Oops, not even on the camera. Let me move it down for you. Blue Fight Dragon, Transcore Dragon. He's the Break Ride of the deck. He's really good. He combos really well with Tetra-Drive. So his Break Ride effect is Vanguard gains 10,000, and when the Vanguard gains the skill auto when this card attacks, your opponent has to discard a card, or he cannot guard, and he gains a crit. Cannot normal guard and gains a crit. So he forces your opponent to discard 2 cards when Tetra-Drive Dragon restands, and then so he has to pay the cost. And for people who still don't understand, there's a lot of people I run into who think that if you discard for a perfect guard that pays for his cost, it doesn't, because you can't even guard with the perfect guard. So until you pay his cost, so you'll see a lot of people try and do that. Then I run 2 Diamantes. Diamantes is a card from set 8, which is you attack with him first, he gains 2k, becomes 11k, and then he swaps, so you get multiple attacks. He's really good. He helps you set up the combo that one of the combos I use for when I'm first in case Breaker Dragon. I've been locked and I need to go Limit Break for Tetra-Drive. And then I run 4 grade 2 10k Vanillas. 2 Night Lazarus. He's your main grade 2 ride. He really helps out. Can help you get multiple attacks. He's mostly going to attack your rear guard. So yeah. Then I run 4 of the star player of this deck, which is Tide Assault. He's the grade 2 version of Benedict, who was a promo. So his effect is rearguard. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked the Vanguard, if you have an Aqua Force Vanguard, stand this unit, and this unit loses 5,000 power until the end of the turn. This ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. So he helps you get that 4th attacks in. And then I run 3 Tetra-Drive Valeria, because you do hit 4 attacks, and if you run out of Counterblast for Tetra-Drive, she really helps put more pressure on your opponent's Vanguard, because if she hits, you can retire any rearguard in the field as long as she attacks for the 4th or more battle. If it's, no, it has, yeah, 4th or more battle that turn. She's really good. She helps out. If you want to replace her, you could put 11k, but she just puts really nice pressure late game if you're out of Counterblast. You could put Carlos, but Carlos just doesn't really help that much, because you're still going to be running out of Counterblast late game, so you need to play her, which helps. She is dead sometimes, but she does a lot of work too. And then I run 4 Will Assault. His effect is when this card boosts Counterblast 1, you can swap 2 units. So if you have a unit like here, you boot, and then you had him, you can just boost, swap. They still stay in the same positions, and you can attack. Allows you to get multiple attacks in. Just really helps you out. And he's one of the cards for the combo I use if I'm been locked by my opponent. For Link Joker. And then I run 4 Perfect Arts. You need 4 Perfect Arts. I run 4 8k. Really helps you hit cross rides. Yeah, late game you can Counterblast 1 for Tetra-Drive, get hit 21, and then hit 21 with Transcore, so really good. And I run 2 Penguins because you need to generate. This deck doesn't generate hand advantage really, but you need to draw. You need to get as much draw power as you can to draw the cards the cards you need for the multiple attacks. And also you can change Valerie for Lucas, the guy who came in the trial deck, which has the same ability as her, but just draw a card instead. But Valerie's just more pressuring. Then I run 6 crit. I was playing 8 crit 4 draws, but I needed to draw more again before I can get the pieces. So I started running 6 crit 6 draw, which does help a lot. Because this card is really starting the deck too. You put in the soul, you give a Tidal Assault plus 3k, and then you can attack, and that way you get more power off of them, and it just really helps. And then I run 2 of the trial deck draws, so it's 6 draw, 6 crit again. And then 4 heals. I really like these heals. And then that's Tetra. It's a great deck. It is overshadowed by a Link Joker because he can lock your units. I guess I'll show you one of my some of the combos I use when I verse Link Joker. Most of the time, I only call 1 rear guard because you can easily get 3 attacks with this deck that way. Like 1 column of rear guards, because you want to be able to have 1 column open to get my combo open if you get my combo off if you have the cards in your hand. So basically what you need to have is that. You need to have a Tetra-Drive in your hand. You can have that. You need to have that. And just grabbing the cards for the other combos too. Where are you? There you go. Pretty much this is what you need to have. I'm going to put these here, and let's say your opponent has you locked. Has something like this locked. Say he has you locked like this. Basically you go Break Ride, call Tidal Assault, call her, put her into Sol, give the power to Tidal Assault, so now he is 12k. And then you call Diamantes. So you would go 11. Then you go attack with him. They have discard a guard to card, discard a card to guard. And then you attack with him, so it'll be 3. And you can restand him. They probably won't have to guard if, because he'll go down to 7. But then you can restand him, and then you can attack. So that way you get limit break. And then another combo is if you had, let's say you had Diamantes here, and your opponent didn't lock it. So like say you had this. This is what I usually have sometimes when I get to grade 3 and playing Link Joker. I'll have a column like this. I won't have that on the field, but I'll have a column like this, so this is why I'm still getting 3 attacks, or have him and an AK, or have this guy and another booster, so that way I can still get 3 attacks. But let's say you had something like this. Your opponent locked this. It's your turn. You go Break Ride. This was locked too. I'll call Tidal Assault. And you have this card again. Put him into Sol. Give him 11k. Call Wheel Assault. You attack for 11 at your opponent's Vanguard. If you get a trigger, I would, depending on your situation, if your opponent takes damage and gets a trigger, then you probably put it here. If not, then you probably put it there. So he would restand. He becomes 7. Attack with him. Your opponent has to discard. He's 21. Then you attack with him. So it'll be 7, 7. That's 14. And then you counterblast 1. Swap these 2. Not these 2. Sorry. These 2. And then you get your 4th, and then you can restand him. That's one way to deal with Link Joker. If you have that, that's why sometimes I'll only play rear guards here and leave a column open, because you'll try. And then again, that's why I play draws and other cards that let me draw, so I can hit the columns I need. Yeah. So pretty much you just go have that in the Soul, give him 3k attack, attack with the Vanguard, attack, swap, attack, so that way you get your 4. Or if you just have like this, just these 3 cards in hand, you can just put that in Soul, give the opponent Tidal Assault, attack with him, swap, attack with Vanguard, attack, attack, attack with Vanguard. That's pretty much it. So that's why I play 2 of these instead of 1, 2. That's why, that's one reason why. And then this card, there is a combo you can do with them turn 2 that I like to do. Let me see if I can find my penguin. Here, penguin. What I like to do is like, so basically you go ride, you take 1 damage, you ride to grade 2, put 1 into Sol, look if you're missing Tetra-Drive or Transcore, or even if you need Diamantes. Then you can call him and get another draw that turn. So that way you get you get a draw, and then you get another. You still have a booster behind your Vanguard, and you get another draw. So that way you didn't totally minus out or put him into the Sol. So that way you still drew a card from it, so it's not too bad. So that's some of the combos. Other ways to set up field would be... Other ways to set up a field would be if you had something like this. I don't play 12k attackers in this deck also because it's just you need to have 2 or less to rested to get it. So basically, let's say you break. Oops, I think I used up all the guys. Here we go. So let's go. You go break ride. Attack with him. Attack with him. I usually don't boost because that way if your opponent does hit a trigger, you still got 5k boost there. So you still have to give you more guard. Then you attack with him, counterblast 1, swap these 2, then attack, then restand him, and then attack. That's one way to get your 4 attacks off. So there's several ways to get multiple attacks off. There's 10 cards in the deck, which allows you to get the multiples, but you still have to draw them. So that's why I play draw triggers and stuff. You can run 8 crit, but draw triggers just helped me a lot more than when I was running 8 crit. So this will be Zetsui signing out. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll probably have my Ethics Buster deck maybe at the end of the week or next week after I upload this video, because I am still playtesting with it. It's a really fun deck, but I'm just making sure I got the triggers the way I want them to be, because depending on Rainbow or 8 crit 4 draw, because Rainbow's been really doing well. 8 crit 4 draw, it did okay, but Rainbow's just doing really good for me right now. So I'm doing more playtesting to make sure I have it the way I want it. And then you'll probably see my Galactic Beast Seal update maybe the same day as this, or the next in a couple of days after that, until Ethics Buster comes out. So this is Zetsui signing out. Have a good day.